Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Post Route. We are the show where we dive deep into conversations with black quarterbacks, both past and present. I think we're going to have to change that to say young and younger. I'm your host, Earl Kitchings, and this show is proudly brought to you by Quarter Five Back, the preeminent fraternity for black quarterbacks and home of the prestigious BIP Memorial Trophy, the only national award that honors the top HBCU quarterback and the top black quarterback from high schools around the country. As it is our pleasure each and every Monday, we are happy that you are with us. If you like our show, if you enjoy our conversations, if you want to just be a supporter of what we're doing, let me tell you, all you got to do is this. Hit the like button. That's the first thing. Subscribe to the channel. Tap the notification bell so you never miss an episode, so you can join us live every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more phenomenal conversations. Also suggest that you track us and keep up with us on our Instagram account at _5_back. That's _5_back on Instagram. You're going to see some phenomenal clips that our social media director puts together, Mr. C.D. Lazier, put some phenomenal clips together of our guests as they're coming up each and every week. And it just tunes you up and gets you ready for who we got coming on and who these guys are and what they've done and what they're doing. So we're excited to have you with us tonight. And tonight is probably a little extra special, just a little bit extra special tonight, simply because we're going to bring to you a quarterback that is, we're going to say, prodigy. How about that word, prodigy? So if I ask you, who was that prodigy that stands out in your mind the most? If I said, what athletic prodigy stands out in your mind the most when we talk about identifying someone with talent from a very, very, very young age? And I'm talking about very young. I'm talking about pre-elementary school, maybe. Who would come to mind? Well, if you didn't say Tiger Woods, man, you don't know, about what a prodigy is in the sports world. Well, we got one tonight. Yes, we do. We are going from the East Coast of Florida all the way to the West Coast of California. And we're going to drop down into San Diego, Orange County, and bring you our guest tonight. Man, let me tell you, not only is he a special guy, but he has transposed the name of California to Valifornia. Our guest tonight, a young man who plays for the Orange County Buckeyes, one of the premier football programs in the country for 8 and up, 14 and under. They do it all out there in Orange County. The Orange County Buckeyes is the program. And our guest tonight, along with his dad, the one, the only, a phenom in the making, Valor Scales, and his dad, Sean. Hey, guys, welcome to the show tonight.
Hey, how's it going? It's a pleasure, Mr. Kitchings. Thank you.
Hey, man, we are definitely excited about having you, but that guy sitting next to you, Valor, good afternoon, man. I know it's still afternoon out there on the West Coast. How you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing fine. We've been waiting to talk to you. Your dad got in touch with us back in March, man, and we couldn't believe when we saw the clips. And, man, I was like, man, I got to get this guy on the show. So we are happy to have you on this show. So, Valor, tell us a little something about the school you go to. What's the name of your elementary school?
Buckeyes Elementary.
Okay. And what grade are you in?
Second.
Second grade? That makes you about, what, 10 years old?
8.
8 years old. Okay. So I understand that they are now promoting you with this name, and I love it. Not California, but California. Who came up with that nickname?
Yeah, that was we like his uncle. That was my guy Key. Like it was one day. It was just super random. It was something I posted on Instagram, and I was saying like how we about to run California, and he just wrote it. He was like, "Man, California." He was like, and I was like, "Yeah, like we just
Wow.
read it." Yeah.
Well, I think it's appropriate because he's definitely some phenom that people are going to be paying attention to. And Sean, I was just thinking, before we get off the show tonight, there are two guys out in the California area I'm going to reach out to because I would certainly like for you to connect with them. They are former pro quarterbacks. One is the phenomenal Damon Allen. I don't know if you've heard of Damon Allen.
DB9 Instagram. I want to say I think he might have trained Valor a couple times.
Okay.
I'm not too sure.
He is the brother of Marcus Allen.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And he played 23 years in Canada as a quarterback, and he threw for 72,000 yards. I want to reach out to him, see if I can, get you guys together. And then there's another guy by the name of Joe. His nickname is 747.
Okay.
Joe 747 Adams, and he's out there in California. So we're going to talk about that later on. But let's get back to Valor. So Valor, why do you like football so much, man? What makes football so special for you? Why do you like to play football?
Just follow my dad's tips.
Is that right? Okay. Now, what number do you wear when you're playing football, if I may ask?
1.
Number 1? Okay. Did you pick out number 1 on your own? Have you had a different number before, or number 1 has been it?
I had a different number before.
Okay. And what was your other number before you stepped into 1? I mean, I understand why you got 1. What was your other number?
8.
Number 8? Okay. Okay. Now, I've watched some clips of you guys working out, man, and I got to tell you, you look great to me, buddy. You look real good. You look real good, and you look like you're really breaking some ankles out there with your footwork and breaking guys down. Can you tell me who might be one of your favorite quarterbacks, Valor? What is a quarterback you really like?
Justin Herbert.
Really? Why do you like him?
Because I like the Chargers.
Oh, you like the Chargers. Okay. Okay. So that's your favorite football team?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you been to some of the Chargers games?
Yeah.
Okay. Your dad takes you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, has your dad taken you to the college he went to watch some of those games too?
You've been to San Diego State before. Yeah, he's been to a state game. Yeah,
he's been to a state game. Okay, and now correct me, the Aztecs.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Sometimes I have to check myself, man. I've been around football so much, man, and so long. It's like wow. I tell you, for probably the last 20 years, my favorite West Coast team has been those guys up there in LA called the USC Trojans.
Yeah, that's our goal.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay. All right. So, Valor, now you play at what? You play at the 8 and up age group level?
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of fun things do you like to do when you're playing in the football games? I mean, what kind of things are you focusing in on when you're playing?
Making tackles and getting yards.
Okay. And do you like throwing the football a lot? Do you like that position?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, I was talking with your dad, and he was telling me that you guys do a lot of training. Do you enjoy the training that you have to do to be a quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there any part of it you don't like?
Not the running part.
You like the running part?
He said not the running.
Oh, not the running part. Oh, you don't like to run? Well, man, in this day and time, to be a dual threat quarterback, you're going to have to do some running.
Right.
You definitely gonna have to do some running, but that's okay. That's okay. Well, I'm proud of you. Let me tell you that for being the athlete that you're becoming, man, because it's not easy getting up every morning. What time do you get up in the morning?
For school, I usually get up like at 7.
About 7. And what time do you start your workouts in the morning?
Like at 6.
At 6. So you work out for about an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what kind of workout? What kind of things do you do when you're doing your workouts? You're doing push-ups, sit-ups, squats. What kind of stuff you doing?
Sit up, squats and push-ups.
Okay. Does your dad have you jumping rope?
I do that at school. We jump rope a lot at school.
Okay. Okay. So now what are some of the kids in the neighborhood think about you being, this talented quarterback? What do they think about you in the neighborhood being a quarterback, man? Okay.
What do they say in school?
They are you that Valor kid? And I'm like, yeah. And they like their friends, like they come up to me and like can like ask me for an autograph.
So Valor, are you signing autographs now, man? Oh my goodness. Now, I don't think I've even had people come up to me and ask me for autographs. So, do you write your name, or you just kind of writing a V now since California is what you do? I mean, how do you sign your name?
I usually do it in cursive for a signature.
Really? Is that right, Sean? He's signing his name cursively?
Yeah, he can write in cursive.
Now, man, that's kind of a lost art for kids in school,
Right,
man.
yeah.
Cursive, man.
Yeah, they teach him right cursive.
Is that right? So is the school he goes to, is it like a charter school or is it a magnet school?
No, so it's actually just a public school. So Olympic View is one of the top public schools in San Diego and it's still this
Okay.
area. But so we've considered once we moved that if I was going to put him into a prep academy, so that's something that we're still up on the fence about.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just his current school is just public. We considered homeschooling or even private, but I didn't want to take away just because he spends so much time training and stuff like that. I didn't want him to like lose so much of like being sociable and being around kids and stuff like that. So I tried to that was the one thing that I'm okay, like he can go to public school so that way he can still retain that childhood feel and things like that.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a great thing, man, because I'm a big proponent of education. I think reading, math, science are some key things that our kids must do in order to excel. So you keep him on that path, man. Hey, Valor, what subject do you like in school the most?
Science.
You like science?
Mm.
Okay. All right. Any fun things you want to tell us that you like about science? I mean, what do you like best about science?
Experiments.
Experiments. Okay. Now, have you done a lot of experiments this past year in school?
Not that much.
Not that much? What was one of your favorite experiments that you really, really liked doing?
We made elephant toothpaste.
Really? Okay. I like that. Okay. Very good. So you said that football is your favorite sport. Do you play some other sports?
I used to, but I don't do it anymore.
Did you ever play soccer?
Yeah.
Did you like soccer?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't like it as much as football?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also used to play some baseball.
Oh, you play some baseball? Okay. All right. So your dad was telling me that when you get out of school, you guys kind of ride for about 2 hours to go to practice. So when you're taking that 2-hour ride, are you and him talking about some different things about football to keeping you abreast of what's going on?
So we usually talk about how if we're we're gonna talk about how tackling like get to the outside when you're running the ball, like that stuff.
Okay. So you got any favorite football plays you like to run, buddy?
Reggie Bush,
Oh, he said not players. He's talking about what plays. What's your favorite plays to
Plays you
run?
like to run? Yeah, I mean,
misdirection right, misdirection left.
okay, okay, all right. Now you mentioned players. You got some favorite guys, some favorite teammates on your team that you like to throw the ball to?
Oma, Jojo, Mason, only those three. We don't have any. We don't have that much good catchers.
Okay, okay. So what do you think about your dad helping you out to be this quarterback? You like playing quarterback?
Mhm,
So you think your dad is doing a good job?
mhm.
Well, that's good to hear, man, because I can imagine what it's like to have to deal with dad day in and day out. But he's really, really proud of you, man, and the way you're coming along. And we're just happy to have you on the show, man, because you're the youngest guy we've ever had on our show. You are the youngest, and when we finish tonight, you're gonna be a special guy to this group. So, did your dad tell you anything about being on the show tonight that might be exciting for you? Did you and him talk about being on the show?
Yeah, I just told him like, hey, you got an interview tonight with someone special, so just I need you to speak up, be ready, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, he's doing a great job. So, Valor, tell me what are some of your favorite foods to eat, man? What are some of the favorite things you like to eat?
Pizza.
I knew you was gonna say pizza, man. I knew you was gonna say pizza.
What else?
Okay, pizza and what else?
Sushi.
Yeah, sushi.
You like sushi?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a sushi lover yet. Okay. No, normally kids go pizza and nuggets.
Yeah.
So okay.
And
Noodles.
yeah.
What about hamburgers?
He doesn't eat red meat.
Okay. All right. White meat, fish, chicken.
Yeah, he's a seafood guy.
A seafood guy. Okay. Which seafood do you like? Fish, scallop, shrimp? Which one?
I like shrimp the most.
You like shrimp the most? Okay. All right. Your dad ever take you fishing?
One time.
One time? Okay. I'm gonna lean on him so he can take you fishing a little bit more, man. So y'all can enjoy some bonding that man. While that so you can catch the biggest fish.
Right.
So I understand too, man, that you are very, very competitive, Valor. Very competitive. You don't like to lose? No, that's not a good feeling, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Sean, so the school year is almost over for him?
Yeah. So Friday will be their last day.
Okay. Well, you guys aren't too far behind us because our kids finished last week.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. And what has kind of normally been your pattern for training after school is out? I mean, is it pretty much stay the same, or you kind of, because he's got more time, you kind of change it up a little bit?
Yeah. So schedule will change. We will focus a lot of things because we're now in our dead period for youth ball. So then we're gonna change it since he's out of school. Helps a lot, so that way we're not trying to cram so much into the morning prior to. So probably we'll stay with the same curriculum, like usually in the mornings. We'll do gym, knock out the gym. Then I'll probably some days may do some field work after gym.
Yeah.
And then maybe then he'll have the rest of the day, and then we'll probably do speed work in the evening, or he'll go throw in the evening. So it's gonna fluctuate. But for the most part, we have him on a 6-day regimen right now. So was supposed to start today, but he wanted to play around yesterday and tweaked his ankle, so he's resting for the next 2 days.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, we want that ankle to heal up Back to 100%, man. We don't need you out there on a bad wheel. Um, Talk a little bit, Sean, if you would, about some of the guys you got working with him and what their impact has been in working with someone as young as he is. Because you said you've been working with him since he was how old?
2 years old. We've been training since 2 years old.
2 years old, man. So that's 6 strong years.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, man, I look back at like, and it's like crazy seeing his development over the years and seeing how tough I was for a 2-year-old and stuff like that. Just crazy. But yeah, it's been 2 years. So six years
Okay.
that we've been training and things like that. But it's paid off so much. Like just the advancement that he is in the sport,
Okay.
or just as an athlete in general. It's definitely been a great thing so far.
Yeah, well, you were talking a little bit about having different voices and different guys help you in, bringing him along and teaching him the skills. Talk a little bit about some of those guys and what they've done to maybe help create or help him to get better.
Yeah, I'm very big on like the whole melting pot thing and the whole like it takes a village. So for me, while a lot of people like to just be tailored or just fixated on one approach or with one coach and stuff like that, I don't want Valor to be too many people put their hands on him. To again, people may have conflicting philosophies and things like that. But I try to get him involved with a lot of people that may pour into him somewhere where we may be lacking or another coach. So he has a lot of different coaches, a lot of different trainers and stuff like that. Currently, our quarterback coaches are the guys at 3D QB out in Huntington Beach. Arguably the biggest name in quarterback development, especially on the West Coast. They're stable. So for us, so we're there. Their stable consists of Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, who else? I'm drawing a blank. Dylan Gabriel, DJ Ugalele, Matt Stafford, Jameis Winston. Who else is out there? Honestly, the list goes on. And then, so it's kind of crazy. So when we go there, those guys are usually finishing up their workouts or they're there. So we train a lot with 3D QB.
Okay.
To Beach. So Valor does that for quarterback work, but then I also have him because Valor's not a pocket passer. He's more, obviously he's a dual threat. But a big part of it is like a lot of us really consider him to be, it's kind of hard to like really label him a dual threat when he's more of like just an athlete, like really, really an athletic quarterback. Because you think a lot of times dual threat is quarterback, like, he can just run and throw, but it's just like, he's so dynamic where it's just like it's hard to even put him in just the dual threat aspect. So he trains. So we have with a running back coach that he's usually with 3 or 4 times a week, focusing on heavily speed and agility for field work and things like that. And then also we train with Akili Smith out here. So former quarterback Akili, So we train with Akili out here in San Diego, who obviously his son is now at Oregon. So so we do a lot with them. Just a lot of people that I feel can help elevate him, bring him to the next level. And they all say the same thing as they all tell me, like, I got something special here. And I always say for myself, second guess a lot, not so much Valor's talent, but second guess like the path that he's going to go. Because I always think like, should I make him a receiver? Because Valor, based off like doctors and his growing rate and stuff like that, he's predicted to be around 5'10" to maybe 6 feet. So 5'10" to 6 feet is obviously not the tallest of quarterbacks, but then we look at guys such as Bryce Young, who, again, we're at Modern Day and the Modern Day staff, they all say like Valor reminds them so much of Bryce, like just how he conducts himself. They feel like he's just the next version of Bryce Young. I feel like I'm always like, should I move him back to receiver because he excels so much as a receiver? But it's just literally everyone who sees him and like tell me, do not move him, leave him where he's at. Like he's what the game needs. He's going to change the game. So it's just like one of those things, and it's like he loves playing the quarterback position. And I love the guys that are around him that definitely provide him the tools. And it's kind of crazy just because of his age and his grade, we go to a lot of places where a lot of people may already have a preconceived notion, especially if they know who he is, but preconceived notion of like, oh, we got a second grader and like we're gonna be teaching the super basic drills and stuff like that. And then Valor comes out there and it's like he's doing things that high schoolers are doing or training like high schoolers. So they're all just blown away and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So so it's kind of crazy, but it's a good thing because it's all of those like feelings of reassurance that like, hey, like this is definitely the right path. So we just need to stick with it, weather the storm. Just see where it takes us.
Got you. So Valor, how do you feel about competing against guys a little bit bigger than you? Does that bother you, or you look forward to competing against these guys?
Competing against them.
You like to compete against them?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they help you get better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the whole point for you to get better, right? So now getting ready to go to third grade, nothing really changes other than the fact that it's just one more grade up. But so I take it, Sean, he'll be with the Orange County Buckeyes for a while. Until maybe high school.
Yep, exactly. So the goal is to stay within the Buckeye program all the way up to high school, correct?
What other guys have come out of their program that we might know?
Absolutely. Just this draft, both Tedero McMillan, so T-Mac got drafted number 8 to Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
And from Michigan, I'm drawing a blank. He was the 6th pick. So we had 2 picks in the top 8 this year. Both were obviously Buckeyes. He's at Cleveland. He was Cleveland's first pick at number 6. And I'm drawing a blank. I know his name. So he went to Cleveland at number 6, and then T-Mac went to Carolina at number 8. Other than that, I mean, Bryce was an OG Duck, but he was from Mater Dei. Who else is from Buckeyes that are? We got a couple guys that are in the league and have gone to the NFL though.
Man, I can just imagine what it's like to go either in the field house or whatever the athletic facility is at Mater Dei, man, and just walk in there and just be awestruck by all these guys that you like, man, all these guys either played at a high level of college or went to the pros, and it's like, man, how could one school have so many guys? But it's like, that's what the program is all about, right?
Yeah. It's insane. It's a dope environment, and it's a winning environment, a winning culture. It's not just football; like they just win in all their sports, and it's just because the school is not only the academics are high, but everyone wants to come here. So they just the highest of talent people just fly in, they travel in and stuff like that. It's just crazy because at the school they have a Heisman row where it's just like. We have Matt Liner, we have Bryce Young, we have who was the other? I can't think of his name. But we have more Heisman winners at Mater Dei than some colleges, some D1 colleges even have. So it's insane for things like that. It's kind of cool. And then again, they just state of the art program and facility. And again, just the number 1 team in the country. So it's like just being there, and you see those guys. And just walking off the field at practice and stuff like that, but how they train, how they're being coached and things like that. It's just great for the boys who are hoping and got dreams to go play for that high school one day. Like they get to see it firsthand every day and they get again nurtured into this, and it's the best feeder program in the country.
Okay, well, Sean, stay with me, man. I'm gonna take a quick time out, do some commercials, and we're gonna come back and finish chopping up a little bit with you and Valor. Thank you so very much again for being on the show. Our guest tonight, a young prodigy by the name of Valor Scales. I already got a nickname, California, and we're just happy to have him on. So we're going to bring him back in about 2 minutes after we do this quick commercial timeout. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, guys. So we are at another show tonight, and we just want to tell you that, hey, here at the Post Route, we are happy to not only be bringing you our weekly TV podcast, but I got to plug our weekly audio podcast called The Forgotten Quarterbacks. every Sunday, 1 o'clock, you can check out our newest show. That particular podcast is all about historical information about quarterbacks and the programs that they played in, even some of the coaches, the outstanding, iconic Black coaches who coach some of these guys up. So that's Sundays, 1 o'clock. Buzzsprout is one of the definite places you can check us out, the Forgotten Quarterbacks. Now, if you need to get that gear, we still got this gear out here ready for you. Order you one of these quarter five back logo t-shirts. This is the most phenomenal shirt on the market right now. It's hot. It's got our logos on it. It's got our names on it, front and back. You want to get you one of these, only $40, about $45, $48 if you are in a bigger size. It's 100% breathable polyester, and you'll love it. And if you don't get one of those, let me tell you, if you're a golfer, get you one of our quarter five back golf shirts, and I guarantee you, once you walk on the tee box, everybody's going to stop and try to figure out what your shirt is all about. Only $55 again. You can order any one of our pieces of merchandise. Go to our website at quarter5back.com. Click on our website. Our email. Order through our email address right now. We've been working diligently to get our store up, and as you know, technical things happen, but we are working diligently. You can pay for it through Zelle at 904-994-2189 or by Cash App at $Q5back44. That's our golf shirt. Then if you just want to keep it basic, well, let me tell you, you can always get you one of our basic quarter five back logo t-shirts. These are only $25 and 100% cotton, very breathable, very wearable. You'll love it. Then if you really want to add a little bit more to your game, check out our warm-ups. All our products are custom made except for our basic t-shirts, which means when you order them, we'll have them custom made to fit you, and you can get your products. These are heavy-duty warm-ups, very attractive, very durable. You'll enjoy wearing them. I guarantee you'll love it. And then I want to tell you that if you have not gotten my book, The Forgotten QBs, you need to order a copy of it. Only $35. The little-known history, statistics, and information about Black quarterbacks who've played this game of American college football. Again, all our merchandise, you can email us on our website at quarter5back.com. Our email address is quarter5back@yahoo.com. You can order our products there. So we like for you to just do what you can. If you just want to help us out and send us a donation, we'll accept any donation you send. If you send us $44, though, we'll make sure we get you your lifetime membership certificate and decal so you can always be a part of Quarter Five Back. I'm going to get back to my guest tonight, Mr. Valor Scales and his dad, Sean. Hey, guys, welcome back to the Post Route.
Awesome.
So glad to have you guys on the show. So we were talking a little bit about things out there in modern day, and as Valor continues to progressively grow through this, you've already said that they're projecting him to be about 5'10", 6 feet. Do you see the fact that a lot of guys in this day and time, Sean, are having to kind of be this dual threat component of quarterback? Do you see that just kind of being the way we're going to be probably for forever, I guess?
Yeah, I think the game is evolving so much, and we're dealing with like athletes on both sides of the ball. It's no longer, again, for the times where you could just be a true pocket passer. I mean, obviously you got those guys that are just pure gunslingers and things like that, and then you got a great line who can do things. But we're talking, if you look at this year's the first round in the draft, of the first 15, 10 of them were on the D-line. So it's like they are picking up this game where we're now having more elite pass rushers and things like that. So I feel the quarterback position is evolving. And I feel like Division I coaches and things like that, they're looking for guys that can extend the play. Like that's just where it's going to come down to. That we need a guy that can get out of dodge when necessary, but also make the right decisions. So I feel for someone like Valor, who is extremely fast and, again, a great thrower of the ball, it's going to work out a lot. It's going to work into his advantage. And I feel like at some point, they're going to, like, it's going to be more than, like I said, it's going to be more than a dual threat. Like, it's going to be a triple threat for whatever it may be. They're going to find something else that as a quarterback, you got to do one more other thing to succeed. But I do believe that we are starting to see it a lot more. Obviously, for like guys similar to Valor, we're talking like Kyler Murray is who a lot of people compare him, that he should be like someone like Kyler, who is a guy extremely talented and gifted, very quick, and a great thrower. So we got guys like that, and obviously you got Lamar, but he's on the bigger side. But yeah, I feel Jalen, Jaden. So it's like all these guys, yeah, they're no longer just guys that just stood in the pocket and throw the ball now. Like, you have to bring another dimension to the position in order to be an exception. Patrick Mahomes is a prime example. So I feel that it is headed towards that way. I feel offenses are looking for quarterbacks that can do that as well, is because they want another weapon at that spot. And so coaches are searching for that guy that could be that game changer, that guy that can absolutely turn nothing into something in a heartbeat. So I feel we're going to start seeing that trend a lot more. A big thing for me, and I've had this conversation with a lot of guys before, and a lot of people, because as I said, like, if you look at like not this year's draft, but the previous two drafts, the first overall picks were black quarterbacks and things like that. And as I said, I believe that we are seeing such a huge growth in the community of black quarterbacks. And I feel a big part of it is just the resources that our athletes of today, like my son and the guys that are now being drafted. Look at Cam Ward this year, number 1 draft pick, black quarterback. So, so I do take it back because I just said it this year. But yeah, if you look at the last couple of years, we've had a black quarterback go number 1 every year. I feel that just due to the level of coaching and expertise that our young athletes, our young male black athletes are having, it is now we are breaking through that challenge, that ceiling that was capped on us for so long, where everyone felt for a black athlete, you had to be a running back, a receiver, or a DB, or something like that. You couldn't play quarterback. But I feel like now that we have so many trainers and so many coaches, so many black trainers, and that's like another thing that I try to look for. I like to like find black quarterback coaches for Valor because I do want him to be with someone that's relatable, someone that so I do like look for things like that as well. But I feel we are going to start to see that a lot more because I feel as athletes go, the young black boy, he's very, very talented, and now you're giving him the tools, the same thing that his counterparts had to like, hey, how to throw the ball, the mechanics and stuff like that. So now you're adding that in, which is natural God-given talents. Now you're just building a machine. So I do feel like there's going to be trending that way. I feel that we're going to see more and more talented quarterbacks being drafted that are men of color, and I do think that's going to happen. But I feel that it's not so much just because I just feel like the athletes just deserve it. Like we start to see that happen more and more. I feel like the engagement that they have, the intellect, things like that, is starting to pay off a lot.
Okay. Well, I kind of see it the same way, man. I think everything is changing. I know that the drop back quarterback will always be one of the guys that they will, gravitate toward. But in a day and time when defenses are getting bigger, stronger, faster, you can't always rely on that guy just sitting in that pocket because it depends on those guys up front. And if they're getting beat off the line, he's going to take a beating. So it's going to keep evolving the way, you've mentioned, and it's good. I will say this. I've enjoyed seeing the number of black men who have become quarterback coaches. That has been something that I really have enjoyed watching. So to hear about these guys embracing this new role as opposed to just being a coach. No, I'm a position coach. No, I'm this position coach. It says a lot. It says a lot. So that's a beautiful thing, man. So Valor, you got any hobbies? I know we're talking a little bit about some other things. You got some other hobbies you like to do besides just football?
Play outside. Go on walks with my stepmom and the twins, and play with my cousin.
Okay.
All that stuff.
You got a bicycle you like to ride?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah, I have a bike.
What about a skateboard?
Yeah.
Okay, sound like you got all the tools you need, man. Okay, all right. Well, that's a good thing, man. You got some best friends you like to go to school with and hang out with, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who are they? What are their names?
My first one is Isaiah. My second one is Luke, and then my third one is Gabriel. And then I have some friends that are girls, and I have a lot of friends at school.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm sure everybody wants to be your friend after they know what you're doing. So that's a good thing. Let me ask you this. Do you understand how important it is to be a leader as the quarterback? Do you understand that? So what to you is one of the most important things you have to do as a quarterback to be a good leader?
Coach people up, tell them if they did something wrong, like that stuff.
Well, those are excellent things because a lot of people don't want to hurt anybody's feelings when they do something wrong and tell them that. But if you are a good leader, that's what you're supposed to do. And as the quarterback, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. What's your favorite movie?
Lilo and Stitch.
Okay. Okay. You got a favorite football movie?
Yeah.
I don't even know if you watch many football movies. Now that I think
Really?
about it.
What about Remember the Titans?
Have you seen Remember the Titans? Have you seen Remember the Titans with Denzel? I don't think you've seen it.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know watching some I had a guy on the show a couple of weeks ago, and he played with Ronnie Bass in college. He played with Ronnie Bass in college. And the guy they called Sunshine, he played with him in college.
Nice.
That just blew me away, man. That just blew me away. How much do you guys talk about the legacy of black quarterbacks, you and him? I mean, do y'all even have that kind of discussion, Sean?
Yeah. So one thing for me that I do with him, I try to let him know that he is a black quarterback and things of that nature.
Okay.
So what I do also is all of his football jerseys are black quarterbacks. So I make sure that he wears a black quarterback jersey, that whether it's Jalen Hurts or Jaden Daniels, stuff like that. So I want him to understand the importance of what the guys ahead of him had to achieve, so that way he can play this position. So breaking through the mold. So I mean, obviously at this age, he may or may not understand too much of it, but I feel like he will accept it a lot. He will embrace it a lot more and be much more appreciative and grateful of what the guys ahead of him have done. For example, same thing. He wears Michael Vick shirts and Don McNabb, guys that he's never even seen play. But I want him to be a part of that culture and understand that this is the charter that you're going into. This is the brotherhood that you're going to be a part of one day. So
yeah. So let me ask you this, Sean. Where do you think Valor has gotten this football IQ, man, that you say he is so good at? Where do you think that came from? I mean, of course, you're not reading football books at a young age. You're not, where do you think that came from?
I think a lot of it is through repetition. I think a big part of it is through repetition. And I don't train him like your normal kid. We have our workouts are, again, D1 type movements and stuff like that. So I get asked a lot. And a lot of people hey, can you train my kid? Can you train my kid? And it's I don't want to be rude and say no, but I don't, just specifically due to the fact that it the level at which I'm coaching specifically him, a lot of kids don't understand. They can't grasp that concept. And so at Valor, his IQ is just so high is because of the approach that we take with training. He's being exposed to a lot more than most kids are.
Mm-hmm.
So like the game, things that he's aware of, and route combinations or route concepts, or just knowing the route tree completely. It's a way for us to just expand on his knowledge. And again, through repetition, we're going to do something. We can be out on the field all day. And as I tell him, we can run the same route 100 times. It'll be the only thing we do today until you show you have gotten it down. And as I tell him all the time, like we're not practicing to be perfect. That's not the goal here. Is because as I tell him, you're never going to be perfect. Like that's just what it is. But we are practicing doing this through repetition, so that way we can't get it wrong. That's the whole point of it. Is that we're going to do this over and over to where when you are in this opportunity or this environment, you cannot mess this up. Like you've done it so much, you've been exposed to it so much, to where you understand what to do, how to get out of it, or how to achieve the goal here. And I feel like that's a big part of it. Is that we go out there with a game plan and we go to execute it. And then so it's just like him just doing it over and over daily, weekly, and stuff like that. It just starts to click to where now I get an opportunity to put it all together on the field. It comes second nature.
Okay. Now, help me understand this too. So you guys are in this very elite program. Are championship games part of what you guys basically are trying to get to?
Yeah, absolutely. So the goal is always to go national, to be a national team, to win locally, then win your state, then win regionally, then go compete nationally. So that's like always the goal. And so with the Buckeyes for the last 4 years, our older group, the 14U, has dominated every single year. They've won it every year. And so like our younger groups, we're just all trying to just get them onto the same path. So that's always the goal, is to win at that nature. For me, I'm not putting so much pressure on like guys like Valor as an 8-year-old, just simply due to the fact that it's a lot that a lot of these kids have to learn and things like. When it really starts to click is when they're like 10 years old. It's like that's when you see the Buckeyes truly become who they are, because now these kids know how to play football. They are competing at an extremely high level, and then that's when it's like it becomes a real big thing out here.
How important has the last 6 years been for you and Valor as far as a father and son bonding?
Yeah. I was actually saying this to like my fiance last night. Was it last night or this morning? I think it was this morning. I was actually talking to her about it. I'd say like with Valor and I, he is definitely like my best friend. Like, cause he's like my best friend. Like, yes, he's my son, but he is my best friend. We spend so much time together every day, countless hours together, training or on the road, traveling, whatever it may be. So I feel like it has created such a great bond for him and I. And yeah, we have our moments where he thinks that I hate him because I'm yelling at him or whatever it may be. But like we have such tons of like great moments as well, where it's like it's not always about football and training. It's about just him and I. We go do certain things, whether it's fishing or we just go things like just it's a day where we're not doing anything sport related. We're just getting out and we're going to do stuff like that. So I feel like we have a great relationship, and I love that it's always just him and I. So it's like we don't versus like because I know what to do in the sense of like whether it's coaching and training him. So a lot of times, 99% of the time, it's just him and I. Like we're on the field, it's late, it's just one-on-one. Versus like a lot of fathers who don't know a lot of things, they always got to have that third party there to help. So for him and I, no, it's us get in the car, grab your cleats and your ball, let's go. So I feel like it's really, really put us together in a great relationship for sure.
Well, you know, speaking from a father perspective, man, I'm always happy to see fathers and sons of color connect and really show not just a good relationship as a father and a son, but to take it a little bit further than that, and it becomes a brotherly bond where you know we can talk about things at one level, but we still father and son at another level, and And I just appreciate that because I think it helps to make both the father and the son better people.
Right.
And, I've experienced that myself with my two sons, and it's just been a phenomenal thing. So I can understand and appreciate your bonding with Valor the way you guys have been doing. Who does most of the cooking at the house, Sean? You or Valor?
He likes to cook though. We haven't done it in a while, but we used to like cook every Sunday morning. I used to like do it like with him. He has an older sister, and like every morning we would always Sunday mornings we would cook, but we just haven't done it in God knows how long because we train Sunday mornings now. But yeah, so it's like trying to find time to go do things like that as well because we used to do it every weekend. But now it's like every weekend we're either traveling for football, some showcase or some camp, or we're either got training. So it's kind of one thing that we got to try to make time for.
Well, I asked that question simply because, man, if he can do all this football stuff, he's definitely got some opportunity to learn how to do some cooking. I mean, he's got that kind of IQ. So it's like, dude, I'm gonna teach you how to cook simple things, not the hard stuff, the simple stuff, so that when you get to be a little bit older, man, you got to take care of yourself. You know how to cook. You got to depend on somebody to cook for you. So I was just curious because you guys spend a lot of time together, especially on the road, man. And I know how that eating out can be.
Yeah.
Much.
And so, like, because of that, like, since we're on the road eating out, like, his mom, she does a great job. Like I've told, like his mom does a really good job of like being a supporting cast with this whole thing, even though like her baby's gone a lot. But she got like I told her like, hey, we can't eat out, so she makes sure that he has his meal. So when we get out of school, he has lunch prepared. He has. It's like I always think like, man, his story once he makes is gonna be crazy because like when he has his meal prep done, so. We go to practice, and once practice ends, we got to go to like 7-Eleven and warm up our meal prep and eat that on the road back home and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just we just try to make sure we do those things. So,
you guys got any camps coming up anytime soon where you guys are competing? Is anything like that coming up in the near future?
Yeah, so he just had the R&R Top 100 camp on Saturday, which he got MVP for his second grade.
What?
Yeah,
hey,
so
man.
He did really well.
Hey. MVP? Okay.
He did good. But our next camp we have, which will be our last one, is actually at USC. So we got the USC camp on June 17th. So looking forward to that one. Hoping that he goes and does what he's supposed to. Like I said, that is the goal to end up at USC for college. So, but yeah, he has that on the 17th. And yeah, we'll just see how that does.
Well, we'll be looking forward to those clips, man, that you keep putting out, man, because you're doing a great job putting all those clips out. I'm surprised you can get any coaching in because you're always behind. Seem like you're always behind the camera.
I know. That's always the tough part. Like it's like I need to like record and shoot, and then it's like we do that a lot. Like if we think one thing goes right, and the other, so we got to do the drill all over again. Like hey, like yeah, you threw the ball right, like you threw a great ball, but your feet work was terrible on that one. Or now you had a great drop and great roll, but you threw a duck. So it's like oh man, it's a lot of shooting, a lot of editing. But it's worth it. A lot of people, and like I said, I got a lot of heat for a lot of stuff. But I feel like I was always so ahead of the curve with things going on. And so I started his social media and I just tracked everything. Like I just documented everything and stuff like that. And as I would tell people, it really just blew up and it became a thing where people started to like look forward to seeing him, like what we were doing and what our training and stuff like that. So I try to tell people like we now live in this day and age of NIL and stuff like that and brands and images. And so people think it's like crazy that again, Valor, like he's a part of Battle, he's a part of like, so we got like all these relationships that we're like connecting with and these branding companies and it's just like, but it didn't happen overnight. Like we've been doing this for 3+ years. I've been doing the social media, but it is worth it because again, it builds so much brand exposure, and it's crazy because like for him, we can go. It's so many. I can't count how many times we've been somewhere, or like when we were at the Modern Day versus Bishop Gorman last year, and just kids recognize him. They just like, oh, that's Valor, and they want to take photos with him. And then we go to a training session, and then other kids recognize him, and they say like yell his name out. So it's a lot of things. Like everyone always asks me like, or as he says at school, like the older kids at the school come up and they tell him, "Oh, I follow you on Instagram, and I'll do this and that." But everyone always asks me like, "Does Valor know how popular he is and stuff?" And the answer is no. Like as I say, like I feel he's starting to get an idea just because of how much attention he does get. But he's not involved with his social media at all. Like I don't have him partake in it, no access to it whatsoever. But I do feel like he is starting to get an idea just because of like people are. I remember when it first started to happen, people would come up to him and say, "Hey, what's up, Valor?" And he's looking like I have no clue who this person is, like stuff like that.
How do they know me? I don't know them.
Right?
How do they know me? So that was the way we got to find out about you guys, man. Just being on Instagram, and man, when you popped up and I saw his clips, I was like, "Who is this guy here?" I'm like, man, that he kind of young to be out here throwing that ball like that, but man, he's got a great arm. I mean, watching some of the clips and watching him spin that football, man, he's got a great touch. Great touch.
Yeah, it's promising. There's just so much we have to work on, but I feel like it's going in the right direction. It's one of those things where it's like he's shown enough to where it's like we can look at it like, hey, we got something here. So it's just a matter of like fine tuning it, just the little things. So we spend a lot of time and focusing on details. A lot of people go out there, and I get DMs from people asking like, what should they be doing for their son because they want their son to play quarterback. As I tell everyone, like with Valor, I started from the ground up. Like I started working his feet and his foundation, and we made our way up. A lot of people just go out there and they just want their son to throw the ball and how far they can throw it or how hard they can throw it. And I'm like, you can always teach somebody how to throw. Like what makes Valor exceptional is his feet work, how he can move in the pocket, how he can take his drops, like his mechanics and stuff like that. So we'll go out, and there's days we'll train where he won't even throw a ball. Like it'd just be a towel. But we'll be there for an hour, and it's just tons of footwork and tons of like body movement and stuff like that. And I won't have him throw a ball at all. So, just little things like that, though.
Well, Sean, we got about a minute left in the show, man. And again, I want to thank you. But this is the part of the show, man, that really, really makes my having this show and doing what we do so important. Because by you guys being on tonight, Valor, we would like to welcome you. We would like to welcome you, Valor, to the Brotherhood of Black Quarterbacks, known as Quarter Five Back. You are now an official lifetime member of our organization, man, and we are so proud and happy to have you, and we will be following you from now on. So congratulations, man. Congratulations. Congratulations to you too, Sean. You're doing a fine job with raising him up, man. So you keep doing what you're doing. We're going to send you his certificate and his letter of membership. I already got him ready to go, so you should probably get him later on tonight. But thank you so very much, man, for coming on the show tonight, and we're looking forward to following you guys from now on.
No, absolutely. We truly appreciate the opportunity. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Kitchings, for reaching out and extending this offer. We're truly grateful. I love people who present a platform out there to like really create just a brotherhood. And so truly honored to be a part of it. But thank you so much.
Well, we're definitely proud of you guys. And that's the Quarter Five Back logo that we represent for our fraternity. So now that you are both a part of that, we're excited about having you in. So when we get off, I want to just hang around for a little bit because I want to get in touch with these guys and let you know. But This has been a great night. We've had the great Valorfornia Scales on the show tonight with his dad, Sean. We're going to be following this guy from now on to see how he's doing. So until the next time we meet, as we always say here at the Post Route, go deep and go for the bomb. We'll see you guys next Monday night. Take care.